Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, Creating in the Waiting. So today we are going to be working on just some little ephemera pieces for the Flipflop journal that I am currently trying to finish up. She does not have a face yet, but I have done a lot of the sari silk ribbon and lace on her page edges. I'm going to be doing probably another one of those. There were a couple other things in the third and second signature that I wanted to do, and I need to make note to write those things down. I'm probably going to be putting a little charm dangle here, but I already did a little collage tag for this one, and I thought it would be just kind of fun to pop on with you guys, and maybe I'm going to put a little charm dangle on those, probably make some with you guys. I've already put her collage index cards and most of her altered playing cards in there, and her little handmade library cards. So that's what she's looking like right now. I think she's beautiful, but she doesn't have a face. I don't know. Okay, so with the collage tags, what I have done is I have these bases made up. And these are the way that I have done my bases. I don't sew around them yet because I like to do my stitching according to the journal, meaning the thread. I don't know if I'm going to use black, pink, brown, what I want to use. So what I have done here is just taken a moment to glue to make them sturdier. It's not a single music sheet. I've glued the music sheet together, so it's 2 sheets. And then I, just cut them to the size that I thought I might want them. And that's what I did with these. And like something was on that. We're gonna go with these two. And then, I sewed around the edges. I have torn a few pieces of paper, but for the most part, we are going to be doing that. And these are just some papers that either they didn't print out right or I didn't put them in the journal for whatever reason. I have a couple pieces of corrugated cardboard here, and I'm out of that. How do you run out of corrugated cardboard? I don't know, but I did. So what I'm going to do is actually just get a little bit of glue right here. Just to kind of attach that back there where I'm wanting it. Wanted like a peek through of that. And then since this is up here at this corner, what is going to be appealing to my eye is to put it down here on the other side somewhere, or even over here, but really down at the side. And I know I'm going to put a little cluster down there, so all of this is pretty much going to get covered. And sometimes that's hard for me to do because, even here, I really like this little pop of green. Now, if you weren't going to sew, you could literally just, be gluing all of this down. I've decided really that I don't want any cheesecloth here because I want to see the pops of all of these colors in the papers. So before I glue my topper down, and she would actually look, I've been going back and forth with this one image, and I just feel like she would be super beautiful on the cover. I think I might actually not put that on the tag. I think I might actually save her for the cover. I'm going to save her for the cover, and as you can see, I already had something here and I tore it off. I was not happy. I'm going to do another layer of something up underneath her, but I do believe that she is going to be the starter of my cover. And I may or may not, just based on my ink and my fabric, print her in fabric. But I mean, I kind of really like her like this. I'm going to save this as an option for my cover, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is now I want her on this one. So I'm going to take some of this paper and I'm just going to tear. See, my printer started running out of ink, which is why I didn't use this page. Now all of these offcuts, I mean, I'm saving all of these. I can put them on collage cards. I can do, you know, we did our signature insert that we turned into a journal cover there. That's beautiful like that. And you can see the pops of the flowers. I'm just wanting some type of, I feel like, texture. I do know I'm going to be putting maybe a little ruffle down here. I honestly I don't think it needs anything else for as far as the layering part of it goes. Unless I put a pop of something up underneath there. And again, I'm out of my corrugated cardboard. I don't know whether or not I'm going to like this brown. This is textured paper. I'm just going to kind of tear a piece and see how I feel about it. Ultimately, you're not going to see any of that. Okay. For the most part, I mean, I really like the way that that looks. I'm going to do my zigzag right there on that little piece right there. She's also beautiful for a journal cover. I, however, have already used this image, and I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to use an image on this cover, and I had something on there, and I ended up not liking the way that it looked, so I removed it. I'm going to go ahead and sew around the edges. I'll be right back. Okay, I've sewed around that. And I don't necessarily really, I mean, let me just put a little small piece of cheesecloth. And right now I'm kind of working with this gray. For some reason, I mean, I love purple and grays together. So for some reason, and I mean, I am liking this cheesecloth. It's not my favorite. I did get this from Hobby Lobby a while back, and I found it at the bottom of one of my bins. Okay, so I do actually like that. What I'm going to do is just get a little bit of my Scotch Permanent down on this. Now, with that, it gives you a little bit of, you're able to like move your cheesecloth around and kind of manipulate it the way that you want it, which I do like. And I want it hanging off the edge, but that's a little much, and I'm having an issue with my scissors. Honestly, they would be just fine if I would wash them, so I'm going to be washing some of my stuff today because, you know, when I cut my transparent sticker, sometimes that adhesive gets stuck to my scissors. All in all, these are not very expensive scissors. They're not your Tim Holtz expensive scissors. Okay, so we're not using her. We are using her. Hey, bless me. I'm so sorry. I want to take a moment to thank all my subscribers for being here. You guys bring my heart so much joy. Thank y'all for tuning in and creating with me as I wait. It's creating in the waiting. And if you're visiting, and if you like this, please take a moment to subscribe and like if you'd like to. Hit the bell notification so that you're notified when I do upload a new video. And comment so that I know that you're here. Let me know what you're working on. I will also link my Facebook group in the description box below. Head on over there. Lots of fun stuff. Lots of beautiful ladies with very inspiring creative minds. So we have that. And I'm feeling like I really like this lighter purple with this, but I mean, I like the darker purple too. I feel like I kind of want it laid like that actually. Now these are the little clusters that we did with our scraps. I have used all of them with the exception of these last two, and I will show you guys. I didn't have any tulle, so my corner huggers didn't exactly have everything that I wanted on them, and I'm just gonna put this little pop here. It's just a leftover scrap piece. That way, you know, I'm not ruffling any more of my sari silk. I do get my sari silk from Sunkissed Colored Silk. I don't know. I just know that she has an Etsy and she has a website. And on her website, the sari silk is a tad cheaper. That's just, you know, a little tidbit for you. And I like, okay, let's do some of this one. I like that this is like two-toned ombre. I like how wide her silks are. She ships pretty fast. It's not long enough. That's weird. Should be. I'm just wanting to, that's cute to me, create just kind of a little messy topper here. And I staple these together. Ain't no shame in my game. So something like that at the top with a button on the inside. Now, I'm having a hard time breaking the backs off these buttons, so I will not be putting that topper on right now. The button. I have some flowers too. But these are the buttons that I'm wanting to use. Let me just kind of show you. Like that. I love that button. I'm wanting little gold pops throughout. But let me just maybe set one of these flowers on here and see. I actually want a flower down there. I do like that. So, and then once I get these broken off, so typically what I'll do, but these are very, very thick, I will, and I can't find my other needle nose pliers to kind of hold this steady and pop it off. But again, these are super thick. Or I will take my kitchen scissors and kind of break it off and just kind of saw at it sometimes. But again, I'm having a huge, I mean, this one is super thick. And these are actually the only gold buttons that I have left. So I'm gonna get that off. Oh, these are super cute too. Let me just show you. But I would need to thread it, and I don't really want to do that right now. So that one to me is super cute also, but I like the other one better. So you just have a little collage tag, and you can do these with book pages. It's all just a matter of just playing around with your layering. And that is something that I am working on, and I am teaching myself how to get better at. So that is a tag there. And again, we're going to save this and maybe play with the idea that she could be a journal topper. Now, the reason why I'm not putting her also on a tag is because I don't want really the same image throughout. So we have another tag. I'm not going to put this one in the journal yet until I get that button on there. Let me maybe, I'm going to pause you guys and I'll be right back. I'm going to look for another image so that we can maybe do another one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so out of all of the images, I kind of like her the best, and I think I want to leave her kind of how she's cut. I mean, we'll see. I might go through and cut her. This is another thing that I actually really like doing, is kind of, I don't want to say perforating, but it gives it like this more vintage vibe to me. And you know how like you have your cutting board and the cutter is being all ridiculous and it'll almost do this to your pages? Well, I actually like taking my scissors and doing this sometimes and then inking that up. It makes it a little bit more interesting. It creates texture. And again, to me, it kind of gives it that worn vintage vibe. So I like doing that. Now, if you saw the video that I did on one of the weekly challenges with the line dot arrow, we created antiqued paper. And this is like one of the methods that I used. And again, I am just going to tear from this same page. That's beautiful. That is so pretty. Gives it, you know, the flowers blooming in the background. I might find a piece of something to maybe put there. I love that. The difference when it's torn like that, but then at the same time, it gives me an avenue to then put maybe a piece of texture there, if that makes sense. Just a pop of something. That color is not what I'm looking for. I do have this parchment. I do like the parchment paper. It's not parchment, it's vintage glassine. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of put it where I'm wanting it. That caught super fast. I'm out of 3-in-1. Now, it's so funny. Fabri-Tac for me is hit or miss. And it's like glue wars. People are like, I love Fabri-Tac. Why don't you like it? And it's like, it's not that I don't like it. It's just very hit or miss for me. Some bottles are really good. And I do agree with my friend Lori from Lori J Journals that it could be an area thing where it depends on the humidity. I mean, it just, a lot of things I feel like might factor into that. So, and just use what works for you, what gets the job done. Don't know why I'm wanting something just really scrappy back there. You can still see the, because it is translucent. It is like transparent. You can still see that back there. Now what I'm going to do is actually sew this, so I will be right back. Okay, so we have sewn her together, and this is kind of a way that you can do your journal toppers, and to me something like this would be the beautiful start to a journal topper. So here we are again thinking, but I definitely kept going, and my eyes kept going to that one image, which is why I even printed these out. So I do like that, but I'm wondering again if I don't want to put a little bit of this cheesecloth behind that. I'm good with that. And what I'm going to do is actually glue this straight down onto that. The topper's gonna, well, we want to put her going the right way, gonna hold that into place. And I knew that I was going to put something down here and all of it would have been covered anyway. So I'm just kind of really wanting that there. Just looking to see if I had anything other than this longer piece, and I don't. So, and this is the one that I have done. Okay. I'm feeling like I kind of want it like that. I'm going to glue this down first so that then I can kind of set this, you know, kind of on top of that. Very helpful, even though it does take time, having these made up. And I'm loving that they're actually fitting the spots where I'm wanting them to go. All in all, whenever I make those, I kind of already know the size I don't like and the size I do like. Almost like a flower, but not really like you're making a flower, because you are doing that accordion style folding technique. And I will find a topper. Buttons would also look good there if this was a deeper button or a deeper purple button or even a gold. But let me see if I don't want a flower or a bow. Hey, there's a little ruffle piece. I'm saving these kind of because I'm not sure if I'm going to want more clusters. And honestly, I don't really like that on there. And I don't think I'm going to like any of these on here. I feel like the color is not going to be what I'm looking for. But I'm saving those for clusters that I might want to make. These look beautiful as toppers as well. I'm not liking any of it. So I'm going to leave that be, and then again I will put a center to our little thing. That looks beautiful. I'm wishing I had something for there now, but it's fine. But if you had a bow, I only have a purple bow, and I don't think I'm gonna like that purple bow. Nope. And I don't really have any more ivory ones, and I'm not digging for them right now. Not right this second. I won't bore y'all with that. So those are the 2 tags that we made together, and I made that prior one before, and we kind of did the start to a journal cover. So we will see what happens with this, but I definitely do really like her. I've been wanting to use her, and I feel like she's a project that she just, to me, when I look at her, purple signifies royalty, and she just has that entire vibe to me for some reason. So really like that. And I might take a crumpled up sack, maybe paint on it. We're just going to kind of play with this. So I'll be working on that today because I would like to get her face on. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit like, subscribe, and comment so that I know that you're here. I love communicating with you guys. Your comments bring my heart so much joy. Be blessed, create what brings you joy, and find me on Facebook. Bye for now.